and go river fishing for some of tonight's ingredients.
Huh? Oh!
I start on the chicken.
Okay. You must cut like here. Yep, just one. And you let it bleed. And the blood is not wasted because you put it in salt and you can make a sort of blood pudding with it. It goes in soup or is stir-fried. You can't feel the heart beating anymore. And that's it. I did that when I taught professional chefs how to cook, and half of the class almost fainted, and the other half of the class went to complain to the dean, and the dean said to me, Ken, please don't ever do that again. But if you want to really learn about food, I think you have to take the good and the bad. You just can't go to the supermarket and say, you eat chicken, you have to know how it's killed. And if you don't like it, it bothers you, then don't eat it. Simple as that.
The chief and I are going to cook a dish, each with this chicken, to feed 10 people. This might look small compared to what you find in Britain, where we eat on average 3 times more chicken per person than the Chinese. But in a country where there are over 1 billion mouths to feed, that kind of consumption is unsustainable.
Meat is to garnish the veggies. And in the West, veggies are a second thought. I mean, you usually have a big piece of meat, and then you have all these vegetables that are a second thought. And as we know, that's not good for your health. To me, that's really the lessons I think the West can learn from Chinese dietary practices.
I'm cooking a chicken stir-fry, which, in true resourceful Thai style, is using ingredients sourced within 50 yards of where I'm standing. Even the sauce for the marinade is homemade.
I asked the chief, can I have some rice wine? And this is a homemade brew that he makes. Whew, God, if I taste this, I won't be able to cook. That's, wow. I think I better give it to the chicken.
I'm leaving the chicken to marinate for half an hour in light soy sauce and the chief's home-brewed rice wine.
The Dai ladies do all the fishing for their village. There are more than 600 rivers and lakes in Yunnan, with millions of people depending on them for food and water.
I've never seen this unique way of fishing. They're just upturning rocks and, getting really in there. So it's a very clever technique because you kind of sandwich the net between your feet, and then you use your hands to bring the vegetation and the seabed into the net. Oh, she's got 2 big ones. It's just a river fish. Pangxie, crab.
Living below China's official poverty line, the Dai women can't afford to overlook any potential source of protein in the river.
She said that you can eat this. Looks like some weird river centipede thing. I was like, oh. She's just decapitated it. She can eat that. She said it's delicious. They really have a respect for the environment. They said they don't fish every day, which means they give the river a chance to recover and the fish to, thrive.
For the time being, the women are safe to fish in these waters. But this might not be the case for much longer, because in recent years, many of Yunnan's waterways have become contaminated with pollution from its cities, less than 40 miles away. Back at May's house, we're going to prepare our river catch.
And a lot of the fish is still alive. Did you see that? Just with one knife cut, she guts it and gets rid of the intestines and the belly in one fell knife swoop, even though the fish is so small. Didu 是吗？ Oh, she just rips the head off and the tail off that sort of centipede.
I came to China to expand my knowledge of Chinese cooking. Learning how to gut a centipede is certainly doing that.
Because women know how to cook. And also that the men wash the dishes. I understood that bit. I don't understand. Men don't understand. They only know how to eat. So I've got here small river fish, and then I've got just local garlic, wild garlic, some ginger, some small chilies. This is the local chilies. And then there's the Vietnamese mint. And then they've got here some coriander as well. And then some spring onion.
I'm going to make a classic Thai dish of fish cooked in banana leaves.
Just finely chop it. My grandmother would always peel it, and the Chinese believe that when you peel ginger, it becomes more heat-giving property, more yang, more fiery. If you keep the ginger skin on, then it makes the dish more yin, it's more cooling.
First, I'm putting chopped ginger, garlic and chili onto a banana leaf, closely scrutinized by my sous chef, who's keen to offer tips.
She said, chop it, actually, chop all the herbs together, so it's really fine. I would have just thrown it all together, but this is the way they're used to doing. Okay, so we put this all on the leaf like that.
Wrapping the food in a banana leaf seals in moisture and flavor, much like foil or oven-proof paper.
And then you just tie it.
Being here with May and her family takes me back to my childhood, when I was under the supervision of two other formidable family cooks, my grandmother and mother.
So she's just securing the package within some bamboo.
I'm planning to steam the fish, but my sous chef has other ideas.
Oh, then that's how they would normally cook it. She said it's tastier like this than steaming it. She said it's better to. She said if you steam it, it doesn't taste very good.
While it cooks for 20 minutes, May offers me an appetizer.
小小的. This is a baby didu. This is the centipede.
The water centipedes she caught at the river have been boiled in a broth of chilies, ginger and herbs.
She said don't be afraid, just eat it. It's like texture, like prawns. It's like river prawn texture, river shrimp. It's not bad. Not bad, actually.
At the chief's house, he's doing his bit to prove that not all men are useless in the kitchen. He's making chicken soup with ginger and chili.
His dish is relatively simple. He's very smart not to do anything complicated. But I think people don't realize, when you're cooking at home, you should keep it really nice and simple.
I'm using chili and garlic to make one of my favorite dishes, chicken stir-fry with fresh herbs.
I'm just going to put my chicken in. Okay. Adding the marinade in there. I'm going to add all my lovely herbs here.
This is what I love about Chinese food. All you need is a wok, a flame, and fresh ingredients to make a simple and delicious supper. To go with the chicken, I'm making a classic Yunnan dish, pineapple rice.
Ginger, a little bit of salt. I'm going to do our rice.
The key ingredient in this dish is pre-cooked cold rice, ideally a day old, stir-fried in very hot oil. To break up the clumps, give the rice a good stir. Then add the pineapple and fresh mint.
Oh,
The wood fire gives it a lovely smoky flavor. With fresh local ingredients, this is traditional village cooking at its best.
In Thailand, we say hom.
Oh, what's me home?
Fragrant. Something smells good, we say hom.
Oh.
Hom. Yeah.
Fragrant.
Yeah, hama. We are ready. Just have to wait for Ching and the rest of the women for the fish.
Yeah, everyone is hungry. So this is the banana leaf wrapped fish.
Oh,
Wow. She said it's very good.
This is
Did you
a
get us
soup
this one?
the chief made.
Oh, delicious.
And
Good fish
this is
soup.
pineapple rice.
Titu. You know what you just ate?
No.
It's a centipede.
Oh, that's an interesting flavor.
Yeah, it's quite
Yeah.
sweet.
Yes, but I wouldn't order it every day.
Oh, this rice is delicious.
Good?
Mm.
好吃，好吃，好吃。
So inspired by the use of the local ingredients. You know, fishing for your own fish. You can't get fresher than
Right.
that. Isn't that just
They're
wonderful?
really close to the earth.
Nature. Yeah.
Yes.